with Cauliflower Foods, and I am here with my really good friend of 13 years, Stephanie Gallen, and she's going to do a recipe today, a vegan recipe with our vegan crusts. So tell us about what you're going to do today, because these look colorful and yummy.
Well, it is a colorful palette, and I'm really excited because I got to use the my favorite, the plant-based crust, and I decided to kind of come up with a sweet potato, roasted cauliflower enchilada pie. If you're interested, we can get started.
Absolutely.
Okay, so starting with our filling, which is all the ingredients you see in front of me. I have sweet potatoes and cauliflower. I have 2 peppers chopped, a medium-sized red onion chopped, olive oil, garlic. I have a can of black beans, 2 handfuls of spinach chopped, and then I have 1 tablespoon of paprika, a half a teaspoon of cayenne, 1 teaspoon of cumin, salt and pepper. So we're gonna start off by taking our sweet potatoes, dump them in our bowl, cauliflower, dump it in a bowl. We're gonna take about 2 tablespoons of that olive oil, throw it in there with our veggies, and then we're gonna take all of our seasonings right here and toss them in and coat these veggies. I like to use my hands because I'm that kind of cook. So we're just gonna coat just like this. And I think we just about accomplished that. We're gonna take out our cooking sheet. We're gonna roast this at 400 degrees for about a half an hour. About halfway through 15 minutes, we wanna give them a little dance on the cookie sheet so that they don't burn and stick. Okay, for our next step for our filling, we're gonna go ahead and warm up a skillet pan on the stovetop, about medium heat, and we're gonna add our olive oil. And then once that's warm, because we don't want to put our veggies in before it's warmed up, we're going to toss in our red onions and our bell peppers and get that going and start caramelizing, about 15 minutes. And then within the last 60 seconds, we're going to toss in our minced garlic so it doesn't burn and it just gives us the flavor and pop that we want. All right, now that we have our filling ingredients cooking over off to the side, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our enchilada sauce. So for our ingredients, we have 2 1/4 cups of veggie broth. We have 1/3 cup of tomato paste. We have 2 1/2 tablespoons of chili powder. We have 2 teaspoons of tamari because we want to make it gluten-free, or you use soy. We have 1 1/2 teaspoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of agave syrup, 1 1/2 teaspoons oregano, and 2 to 3 cloves of minced garlic, and 1 teaspoon of lime juice. So to start with our enchilada sauce, we are gonna go ahead and empty our veggie broth into our saucepan. We're gonna add all of our spices, our tomato paste, our garlic, and we're gonna take it to the stovetop and on medium heat, have it simmer for about 15 minutes. Okay, so while everything else is prepping over on the stovetop, I've got an amazing topper for this awesome dish. It's an avocado cashew sauce. We're gonna start with 3/4 cup of raw cashews, about half of an avocado, half a cup of cilantro, half a cup of water, about 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lime juice, a nice sized clove of garlic minced, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of granulated garlic. So we're taking the raw cashews and we're gonna add hot boiling water and have them set for about an hour. And then we're gonna end up with this bad boy when we're done. And after it's sat and they're malleable and soft, we're gonna drain off and rinse them, and then we'll be able to start our sauce. Okay, so we've taken the water off of our cashews, and then we're gonna take all of our ingredients and just dump them in. Attach our blade, and we're just gonna go. All right, let's open up this bad boy. Oh, amazing! Look at that. This is gonna taste awesome on top of our enchilada casserole. All right, so we're gonna take this, set it aside, and get the rest of all of our ingredients and assemble this bad boy. Okay guys, we are getting so much closer. We've got our roasted vegetables ready to go, our sauteed onions and peppers, and now it's assemble time so we can get this baby into the oven. So I'm gonna take my masher and start mashing these guys up because I like them to be broken down a little bit. It makes it a lot easier to assemble the casserole. So I'm gonna throw this into my bowl. Now we're gonna just toss everything else in. Let's go ahead and grab our casserole dish and our enchilada sauce that we made, and we'll get it going. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and prime the bottom of our pie pan. Okay, throw a little bit of our sauce in there, kind of get that around. We're gonna take our first crust. Okay, put that in the base of the pan. I like to add a little bit more to kind of give it a little bit of flavoring. And then we're just gonna pile in this goodness. So pack it down nice and tight. We're gonna go ahead and top it off with our other pizza crust. Okay, and that's gonna help us sandwich it down. Okay, all right, looks pretty good. We're gonna top it with some more enchilada sauce. Okay, be generous with it, kind of take it all the way around. Okay, all right, just like that. Maybe a little bit more so it can kind of work its way down to the sides. Okay, so now we're ready to go. 350 in the oven. We're gonna bake it for about 30-35 minutes, kind of keeping an eye on it until it's warmed all the way through. And then we're gonna pull that bad boy out and top it with that amazing sauce, some slices of avocado, and oh, you're gonna be amazed. Okay, final step. I took my sauce, I put it in a baggie, and I've got my avocado pre-sliced and some sprigs of cilantro that have been snipped up. I am going to pipe on my sauce by snipping the end with my scissors and making a decorative pattern on top. All right, Amy, come on in. I am so glad to have you back and to sample what I put together for you.
Thank you so much for doing this for us. It looks amazing. So before I take a bite, just kind of tell me quickly, how long in total from start to finish?
Oh, I think with prep time and chopping vegetables and stuff, probably about maybe max 2 hours. I mean, it is kind of a labor of love, but the end product really, speaks for itself.
Amazing. Let's try it. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to have you try it.
And it's so healthy.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, seriously. I'm not a big vegan person. This is amazing. This is delicious. Wow.
I think you guys at home are gonna find it just as amazing. So give it a try.
So good.